how should I address you? Is it I am forever ago? That's quite
Mhm.
long.
Yeah, you can call me JC.
JC. All right.
Yeah.
So that's good. Now, JC, could you tell us first a brief introduction about yourself? What is your background about developing, and what made you decide to launch this King French Toast token?
Yeah, so my background, so I've been involved with crypto since 2017. So I've been doing it for a few years. As far as the development side of things, this is my first project. And I have a background in music. I'm a musician, screenwriter, story.
Hello? Did I lose you, or my connection is acting up?
Oh, can you hear me?
All right, now it's good.
Okay. So I'm not sure you lost me.
Actually, from the start.
Yeah, for some reason it keeps me automatically.
You're still breaking up, man.
Yeah, I don't know why. For some reason, I keep being muted. Can you hear me?
All right, try to leave and then come back. Come back.
Okay. Okay.
All right, try- let's try. Let's try this again, man. Could you do a quick sound check?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, we can hear you. So let's go back from the start.
Okay. Yeah, so I've been in crypto since 2017 um, as an investor, and it's just become a part of my life. As far as the blockchain development goes, this is my first project. I have a background in music. I'm a musician, screenwriter, storyteller, um, other types of art forms, painting, drawing. I dabbled in some animation stuff when it comes to writing. And as far as this project goes, I was messing around a few months back, just creating memes, like original memes, like ideas I was having. And I created the first, King French Toast meme. And from there, it just kind of stemmed from, oh, this would be a cool meme to, and then I started coming up with a story for it and writing the story and memes. And it kind of just snowballed from there.
So I was reading the text on the storyline in your website. Is that your original
Yes.
composition? That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
I was laughing when I was reading that,
Thank you.
to be honest.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we want to infuse humor into the game too. We want it to be funny. And, I want the game to be really big. I want it to be a big world, open world, action RPG style game. And I grew up playing the old RPG games on Nintendo, like Dragon Warrior, Ultima Quest of the Avatar, and I want to kind of infuse that kind of feel into the game. So I want there to be towers and castles and dungeons and treasure chests that you can find with different types of armor and weapons. And I also want there to be, I don't know if I've seen other games, and maybe they have, but I want there to be NFTs that can be found in the game, and I want some of those NFTs to have physical goods attached to them. So you might find an NFT in a treasure chest in a cave somewhere, and that NFT will have a T-shirt attached to it. It'll be a free T-shirt or a collectible, and you can claim that collectible with that NFT and have it shipped to you.
Uh, so you said that you're a
Yes.
screenwriter, right? So So who is in charge of developing the game? Because that is your main goal for this
Yeah.
project, right? You want to develop a game wherein people can earn as well. Because I've seen your website that there will be a revenue sharing model.
Yes. Yeah, I want people to be able to earn revenue from every aspect of this project. So wherever money comes from, whether it be the game, any advertisements, or um, the the e-commerce side of it, and even if I decide, which I eventually do want to probably write an animation series and have maybe a YouTube channel with a cartoon for King French Toast, any revenue made from that would be shared as well.
But do you have a person that is going to develop this game for you?
Yeah, so I'm talking to a couple different people and companies, and we're going to expand our team in order to bring in a game developer.
All right, and developing a game isn't that cheap. How do you plan to fund that?
So far we've used our own money for funding everything, and there is a so that basically the marketing and development wall is what we plan to use to fund it.
Marketing wallet and development wallet. Um,
Yeah, there's a tax structure on the token, and those taxes are going to be used to develop the game.
okay. Now, honestly, do you think that with the current situation of King French token, will the funds be enough to at least start the game? I mean, to get the development going.
Yeah, so I think so because we partnered with a couple of different marketing people. We have a couple of new partnerships, and they'll be releasing some stuff soon. So I think they're going to help us get it going. And I'm in talks with a couple of people about just getting a game developer on the team that just skin the game. We'll, get a piece of the company itself.
Sounds good. Now, right now, could you talk more about King French token and what has been already done?
Yes, so we're in talks with a partnership with another crypto project, and we should have a staking platform up and running pretty soon. And also, I'm working on an NFT collection, which I plan on doing lots of giveaways for the community. So far, that's really what we're working on right now, the staking and the NFTs.
Okay, so for the staking platform, um, is there a token set as a certain supply set aside for you to fund that pool?
So we're going to work that out with the other crypto project that we're in talks with, and once we have the specifics, then we'll release that information.
All right. And also, you mentioned about the NFT collection that you will be releasing soon. Now, what is, I mean, like, NFTs are really common these days. Without
Yeah.
value, uh, they mean nothing. Now, what is something different about your NFTs?
Well, for me, it's more about the art than anything else. I mean, they could end up being worth something, but for me, it's more about just creating the artwork and sharing it with the community.
But do you have any plans of adding? Uh, because on the investor side, they think they all for the investor side they always think about the investments growing. So will that NFT be free or do they have to pay for that?
So some of them will be doing some ways with the NFTs, but of course, some of them will be for sale as well. But I just plan on doing some giveaways to our community.
Got it. All right. Now, also, I've seen in your website that there is a revenue sharing model for players of that game, right? So,
Yes.
uh, I also read that it will be given in BNB. Now, what's the idea behind that?
Well, the idea is to get revenue not in our native token. That way, we can have more of a buying behavior rather than a selling behavior. So if, for instance, so we want to, we are going to have to, probably with staking, we're going to give in KFT. We're realizing that that's probably going to have to be the case. But when it comes to other revenue sharing models, we want to stay away from that. But, so people don't get the rewards and sell them, and that get the price of KFT.
Okay, sounds good, but still there is a sticky platform, which I mean, uh, when you are starting out, of course, you're going to put out some KFT tokens there as well, right? So that way the stakers, so people who stake will earn some more KFT while they're waiting for price increase. So um, my question here again is about the merchandise.
Okay.
So it said in your website that you're going to have merchandise soon. Now, my question is about those merchandise. How do you plan to um, make that well known, or also how do you plan to incre- uh, how do you plan to make people want to buy those merchandise?
Well, that's, we haven't really gotten there yet. I honestly just really believe in the project, in the brands, and I plan on owning it to, its full potential, to the best it can be. And I think it's time. Obviously, something like this is going to happen overnight, but it's something that I've never stopped working on, and I believe it could be something big. So, I'm going to do everything in my power to make that happen.
Got it.
And eventually we do plan on doing, we're already starting some marketing. That's going to, some things are going to happen today. And we just plan on increasing that over time.
Okay. Now, don't take this as a negative feedback, but looking at your Telegram group, your community isn't really that active, and we know the fact that community is everything to every crypto project. Now,
Absolutely.
how do you plan to increase the engagement of people in your Telegram group?
Yeah. So I partnered with a couple of influencers, and one influencer and a marketing person just yesterday. So I think we'll definitely see some growth in our community soon. And yeah, I mean, it hasn't been active, and I've been trying to think of ways to get them to engage. And there's a very small group of people in our community that are very engaged, and we really appreciate them. And I think it's going to grow. I think we'll see some growth this week and next week, and yeah, I think it's gonna go well. It's been a slow start, but we're here for the long term. Seeing, like I said, I've been in this industry since 2017, and I've invested in all different types of tokens, and I've seen projects launch and blow up, and their community is super engaged, and there's tons of them. And next thing you know, a few hours later, the dev's gone, or a couple of days later, the dev just disappears, or they pull. So we're here for the long term. And we're going to build our community and earn their trust, and we're going to build something great.
Very good answer, man. Um, yeah, a lot of long-term projects actually have very low engagement in their Telegram group. But as people see the hard work that you are doing, eventually engagement will go up as well.
I believe so.
So I don't really have much questions here. So I guess we can move on to the people who are raising their hands. So
Okay.
guys, raise your hands and let let's let JC answer your questions. Okay, let's start with BSC King on the technology. You're allowed to speak.
What's going on, man?
BSC King, are you there?
Yes, can
You're not that clear, man. All right, let's go back to you later because um we can't hear you. All right, okay. So I'm going to unmute Benahova. So you're allowed to speak, man.
Thank you very much, bro, for this opportunity. Can you hear me?
I can. How you doing, Ben?
I'm good, and you?
Pretty good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Already I've posted my question in the chat, or let me just read it out for you so that you'll be able to answer me direct for the post. And so, my question to you was, there are so many of this particular projects who launch every day on this. So that are similar to what you are doing right now. So my question is, what advantage do you have, to sustain the competition amongst your peers, amongst the similar projects who are in this space, who are doing something related to yours? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So I think as far as competition goes, I don't really see it as competition, but I do think that we're different. And as far as, I want to have the community very involved in this project. And, I want to be very community driven. I want the revenue share to be really good. And I want, the in-game NFTs with physical goods attached to them. I think that separates us from other projects. And I think that it's an original idea. And I think that, King French Toast can become really big. I honestly believe that. My goal is to take it as far as we possibly can. I would love to someday see, us license this game out to a big company like Nintendo or PlayStation. I want the I want people to be wearing the T-shirts and have the collectibles. I want it to become, a part of people's lives that aren't in crypto. I want to go beyond blockchain, beyond crypto to, everyday people in society. And maybe it'll even help onboard people into crypto. My goal is to also not only have it a blockchain game, but also maybe create apps for the Play Store, for Apple, and people that are playing those games can also get rewards in crypto, which will help bring more people into this industry.
Okay, that's nice. My second question was, I saw on your, website in the phase 4 of this merchandise sales giveaways. I want to know, for these giveaways, for the merchandise sales, will the giveaways be for, token holders, people who hold your token, since I saw merchandise sales and giveaway at the same time. I wanted to know people who are, sorry, let me just rephrase it because I'm mixing up everything. The merchandises, we will be that when I purchase any merchandise from your store, I will have something to go with it. I mean, like a token, just like a little token of appreciation for purchasing from your store. I mean, I don't know that if that's what it means.
Um, yeah, I'm just having a hard time understanding the question. So you want to know when something is purchased, as far as like a collectible or a clothing or an item. What exactly are you asking?
Yes, you are close to it. Like if I get to purchase an item or any collectible from your store, maybe there will be something attached to it as a giveaway. You understand? Maybe for people who mostly purchase from your store, maybe the giveaway will be for those people who purchase from your store only. I just want to know.
Yeah, a giveaway isn't because I mean, you mean like so if somebody buys a T-shirt, there's something else attached to it as a giveaway. Like, what do you mean? Like, would there be some KFT
Yeah,
tokens attached to
right,
it?
you're right. If
Yeah.
somebody purchases it from your store, there will be something attached to it as a giveaway. Is it this?
Okay. I mean, I haven't thought of that, but it's not a bad idea. So, I mean, it definitely gives me something else to think about, whether there could be an NFT attached to it, or maybe just a few tokens of KFT, which could be a way for, normies out there who aren't in blockchain to kind of try to come into the industry in order to claim their NFT or their tokens. They would need to obviously um, get involved in crypto a little bit. So it's not a bad idea. It's something to think about for sure.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for answering my question, and thank you for the question.
Thank you.
Sure, man. So actually, this is quite a nice idea that will also increase your holders and let people who are not into blockchain be part of it.
Yeah,
All right,
for sure.
let's go to the next question. So Francis Daniel, you're allowed to speak.
Hey, good day, guys. Thanks for the opportunity. So I'm straight to my question. The question is about the merch. So I believe it can only be available for sale in your region. But my question is, how do you plan to make it available for other supporters of the project that want to own a merchandise of yours, but they aren't in the same country?
How do I plan on getting merchandise to people outside of the country? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, how do you plan to make it available for other supporters of the project?
Yeah, so that's something I've been looking into. We're not 100% sure yet, but there are some different options I've been looking at. Let me see here. So one thing I'm looking into, give me a sec, it's in my notes here. So hear me. So a friend of mine who's an NFT designer and he's in crypto, me and him were discussing this the other day, and he told me about a place called Gooten. So GOTN, I believe. Let me see here. Yeah, they could handle shipping stuff. There's different options I'm looking into. It's definitely something that we're trying to figure out. The best way to go about it, but we will figure it out. I don't think it'll be too difficult for us to handle that. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I can hear you. All right. I hope you figure it out soon enough. Thanks for answering.
I, I think that won't be a problem when it comes to shipping. There are a lot of shipping companies out there.
There
Um,
are.
it's just it's just a matter of fees that you're going to have a problem with, especially if they live in remote areas of the country, of a certain country.
Yeah, and, there's lots of options out there, and we're going to try to figure out the best way we can. But obviously, we want everybody to be involved worldwide. We don't want anybody to be left out. So,
So, talking about the merchandise. So, I I stumbled here a question in the AMA question group. It is from Rubino. So he sees that you have plans of the merchandise sales and giveaways. So here he has a question. So what is the benefit? What benefit can be gained from purchasing those merchandises aside from what other item aside apart from what other item can we see in the future as well? And what payment method will you use? Will you use KFT as a payment method? Because this is related to games. Will there be any giveaway? Mm, Okay, giveaways such as biggest buy contest, game contest, which will be carried out in the future.
yes. So we're going to have some biggest buy competitions coming up. We've we have a show competition going on right now with $75 in BNB being the first prize and the second prize being $50 in BNB, and this show competition is going on till Friday, I believe, till 7 p.m. And we do plan on having a biggest buy competition. We're trying to be strategic with spending money moving forward, because when we first launched, I paid some influencers to try to get our name out there. I paid for Binance Smart Chain trending. And I was spending, $1,000 a day or more, and I realized it wasn't really doing a lot of good. So I kind of tried to hit the brakes on that and think, you know what, let's try to just grow our community organically and just build from there. Because, if it was like throwing mud against the wall, hoping something sticks. And, we weren't seeing a lot of results. But we're definitely going to have a biggest buy competition. And what was the other part of the question?
Um, what is the other benefit of buying the said merchandises?
Okay. Yeah, so the merchandise, we're trying to reach people outside of crypto as well. We want to just not be branded as a blockchain crypto project, but I think that I want to make the clothing and the collectibles attractive to kids and parents, and King French Toast and Princess French Toast T-shirts and other collectibles and toys. So my goal is to eventually take on a marketing strategy that reaches people outside the blockchain world, and hopes to bring some of them into it. But they don't have to be involved in crypto in order to be involved with King French Toast.
And what payment methods do you plan on doing for those merchandise?
So far, it was just going to be cash, but now that you're bringing it up, I suppose that we could set up some payments for that we would accept KFT as well, or possibly other cryptos. It's something that we can definitely work on and talk to our community about, and do some voting, and come up with the best solutions.
All right, sounds great, man. Especially you said that you will try to get those people who are not in blockchain. So cash
Yeah,
is,
absolutely.
and just like what you mentioned earlier too, maybe some tokens, KFT tokens, included in your merchandise, so that way they can get those normies can get into crypto.
Yeah, and I think that's a great idea. I hadn't thought about that as a way, but I think that that's definitely something to think about and discuss with the community. And yeah, I think that could be really cool.
Now, let's go to another question. Someone is raising his hand. Another love. You are allowed to speak.
Hi, bro.
How you doing?
I'm good. I am. How you guys doing?
Pretty good, thank you.
All right. So, talk about the KFT tokens, and I would like you to please, if you can provide more details on your total allocation, the distribution structure, and the impact on the tokens overall supply and the demand dynamics.
Yeah, so KFT's total supply is 200 billion, and 100% of those tokens are circulating. I added 100% of them to liquidity at launch. I just thought it was the the most fair way to do it. And what was the other part? What's the utility you said?
Talk
Yeah,
about
so yeah, so KFT will be able to be used for in-game purchases as well as for the player-to-player marketplace. So players can sell their NFTs, they can sell their items that they find in the game to each other, and so KFT can be used for that as well. And now the idea the other guy had about attaching it to physical goods, I think that's a good idea. And these are things we'll discuss with our community as well, because it is a community-driven project, and so other people's ideas are welcome. And I think we'll come up with better ideas as a group rather than just the team coming up with everything ourselves.
um, my last question: how do you ensure a healthy balance between reducing the token supply and maintaining liquidity for a long-term sustainability of project?
Um,
Oh, sorry,
the token supply and liquidity.
did you get my question? I was muted.
I don't completely understand it. You're concerned about the liquidity over time?
Let me ask that again one more time. I talked about how you plan to maintain a healthy balance between between reducing the supply and then maintaining the liquidity for a long-term sustainability.
Okay, so you are breaking up a little bit. I'm not completely understanding you, but I think I might understand what you're saying. So we do have an auto liquidity function. So 2% is added to liquidity with every buy and sell. So our liquidity is actually very healthy. In fact, our liquidity is higher than our market cap. I added $4,000 in liquidity at launch, and that quickly turned into, the liquidity has been rising pretty well, and we have a very healthy liquidity pool. So I'm not really concerned about that at all. That's just going to keep growing, and I think there's always going to be plenty of liquidity.
That's more like, thank you for your explanations, Brooke. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
And the last one here is Adebayo. So, man, you're unmuted.
All right, thank you, man. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Straight to my question. I see you have a very nice brand, and I would like to comment that first off.
Thank you.
And the storyline is really amazing. I also saw that there will be NFT integration in the game. So my question is, will creators that are also gamers be able to create their own NFT skins to be used in the game? But it's only the NFT skins provided by the company that will be used in the game. Because I played other games where creators could create their own customized skins and even sell the skins, and that was very amazing. So it might be a suggestion for you too, if you've not talked about it yet.
Yeah. So your question is, are the only NFTs? So you're saying that our players going to be able to create their own NFT skins? That's what you're asking?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm absolutely open to that. I mean, I think these are things we can, discuss in the community. And if you guys want to join our Telegram and ask questions, we'll discuss these things with each other and see what everybody thinks. And we'll even do a vote. We can vote as a community and decide these things as we go. But
All right.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
but I
sounds
think
pretty
it's a
cool
really
to me.
nice idea. Yeah. It'd be
Yeah,
nice if you
thank
can
you.
add it. Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you for the answers. Thank you, bro, for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So, is there someone else? Okay, so there's someone again. So, Josiah, you're allowed to speak.
Can you hear me?
I,
Am I clear? Am I
I
audible?
can. How you doing, Josiah?
All right.
I can't hear you if you're speaking.
Can you hear me
I,
now?
I can.
Yeah. Okay. So, my question is, I just want to know if, like, you have any plans to create like KFC memes, or to host meme contests, so that the KFC meme can be known in the meme coin category, because I believe, like, what is a meme coin without memes to
Absolutely.
back it up?
Yeah,
You get
for
what I'm saying,
sure.
right? Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's definitely been on my mind. I do want to have a meme competition, and I wanted to grow our community and get people more active before I did something like that. Because like I've tried the shilling competition that's going on right now. There's a few people shilling, and that's it. We have I think close to 200 members in our Telegram, and there's a very a handful of people who are participating. So until we get some more participation, I wanted to hold off on these things, but we're definitely going to have a meme contest and a whole lot of other things going on.
all right. Good luck. Thank you for
Thank
the
you.
answers, and thanks, bro. Yeah. Thanks for the opportunity, bro.
Okay, so let's have a couple more questions here in the question and answer group. So these people have typed the question. Now let's pick a couple. Okay, so now hold on. So also, JC, you can go to the question and answer group. If you think there is a really good question there, you could pick it. You can pick a question and answer it.
Okay. I'm scrolling through. Where exactly? And the questions are just in the multi-chain lounge chat.
Uh, not. It is in the question AMA questions group. The link is in the main chat.
Got it.
Okay. So I've actually read one here.
Okay.
So it
I'm
is
all
from
yours.
Zealand Martin. What is the revenue system? What is the revenue system through advertising? Can you tell us about this?
Yeah, so this is something we're going to discuss with our community and decide how we want to go about advertising. So, I'll leave it up to, a voting system if the community wants advertisements to be, there, but non-invasive, but we'll have, revenue coming in from that. or if it'll be people's decisions if they want to watch advertisements in order to earn revenue share. And starting out, I wanted to start out 20% revenue share across the board. I want that to be higher, but I can always raise it. But once I say something, obviously I don't want to go less. So I thought I'd looked at other projects, revenue share models, and I thought 20% was a good place to start.
So his other question is, can someone use an alternate account to get the prizes from the gameplay? Can you guarantee that alternate accounts cannot participate in the game?
Can I guarantee that alternate accounts can't or can participate?
Can't. Because,
Can.
of course, alternate accounts can, if you have 20 alternate accounts, then, of course, I can earn more from those, from the pool.
Yeah. So we're going to base, so far what I'm thinking is we'll base the revenue share based off how much KFT a player is holding as well. So we want to create a buying rather than a selling behavior. And so the amount of KFT you're holding will, give you different rewards. And also giving the rewards not in KFT will help from people not selling KFT.
Okay. And his last question here is, he sees that there are only 2 team information on the website.
Yeah,
So
so me and my business partner, she's a business person. She's in crypto as well, just as an investor. I brought her back into crypto years ago as an investor. And, I have her on board because, she's good at what she does, and she's definitely helpful, like on the business side of things out there in the world. And like I said, we're working on bringing in more team members. We're working on some partnerships we'll be releasing soon, hopefully today or tomorrow. We have something going on, a chat with a potential partnership on Sunday. So hopefully by Monday, we'll be able to release some news as far as that goes. And, the main thing for me is I'm working on, I'm talking to some different game developers, and I'm trying to bring a game developer onto the team. And I think we'll be successful with that.
yeah, you really need that, as that is the main goal of KFT, to
Absolutely.
develop its own game. All right.
Absolutely.
Now, one last question. Now, when do you think, or is there an ETA of when the development of the game will start?
Yeah, my estimated timer to do that is within 3 months or less.
Because that is, I think a lot of people are waiting for that time. Because that
Yeah,
is when the money comes in. Okay, so how long is the liquidity locked for?
it's locked for over 2 years.
Okay, so that's quite a long time. So development starts in 3 months, and LP is like for 3 years. That sounds good enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
and and I didn't burn the liquidity pool just because I wanted to leave it. If we do decide to launch on other blockchains, I wanted to leave that open for the future, just in case. But if we decide as a community that we'll forever live on the Binance Smart Chain as far as it goes, then we can burn the liquidity pool. But and I just want to say too, I did launch our token on Pump.fun as well and Base.fun. So and the team holds about 6 or 7% of the supply in each of those. I think that's a fair amount for us to own for marketing and developing. If those tokens go live on a DEX and those funds contribute to the development of the project, then people who hold our token on Solana and Base will also be included in revenue share.
All right, sounds pretty bullish. I think you already planned this out. Okay, so when you migrate or you move into other change, then you already thought of something that you will do. Okay,
Yeah.
so I think that's a really good closing remark here in here for this AMA session. So thank you, JC, for having an AMA with us.
I appreciate
Do you
you
have
guys.
anything? Do you have
Yeah, I
anything to
just
say for the community?
yeah, absolutely. The community is really important to me. Like I said, I've been in crypto since 2017. I myself have experienced lots of bad actors, scams, rug pulls, like a lot of us have here. And I know trust has to be earned, and I've done everything I can up to this point, I think, to try to ensure the safety of the community, and that includes, KYCing with Verified Finance. So I am KYC as well.
I didn't know that. I think it is a really good idea to update your website. So put on that have you have done an audit and you have done a KYC as well.
Yeah, it is
Because
there. It's in the maybe I should make it bigger and more up top, but it is there in the roadmap that it's been done.
Okay, so our revamp of the website is, I think, will be really helpful as well. Because I was browsing through your website earlier, and um, I was really focused on the storyline, and I didn't see other details.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I guess it's kind of a good thing, that you're into the story. But yeah, we're definitely going to do a website revamp.
Okay, sounds good then. So that's it for this AMA session, man. Thank you for having an AMA with us, and I hope for the best for King Fetch those tokens.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you, and thank you everybody for listening and for your questions.
All right, thank you. So, you're free to post updates also in the Skeleton Lounge.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll definitely do that.
All right, so thank you, man.
All right.